So in this last 38 minutes or so, we're going to have a little bit of March Madness. And I know that we're an international community, so I have to provide a little bit of context for this. In the United States, every March, there is a large college basketball tournament that takes place, which now that it's legal to bet, involves lots of money for lots of people filling out brackets. And a bracket is basically just a sequence of teams competing against each other with the idea that this single elimination tournament involves starting with 68 teams, and then it narrows down each game until there is one national champion that's declared, which is ironically actually in April. But March Madness is the time when this tournament takes place. And we thought that given that this is going on, me as a professor at Columbia University, I could say that Columbia is exceptional at lots of things, but basketball ain't one of them. So in lieu of that, we had to figure out our own March Madness to make this fun. And what better way to do that than taking advantage of our Odyssey community? So with context for that, many of you would have saw last week that we had a very important milestone in the Odyssey community, and that was the February 2024 release of the Odyssey vocabulary. And for those who missed it, Alexander and Oleg and Anna went through the vocabulary and did a great job of showcasing not only what the community has put together, but making sure that you're aware that indeed on February 29th, the latest vocabulary was released. And I'm excited to report that already 340 downloads of the vocabulary have taken place in only these short 2 weeks. So that's great that some people are taking advantage of this resource. However, I suspect that not all of you on this call have fully immersed yourself into the greatness that is the February 2024 vocabulary release. And so to prompt that a little bit, we're going to have a little bit of fun and games here for the last few minutes. And it's going to be inspired by March Madness. We are going to create our own bracket of favorite concepts in the Odyssey vocabulary. Now, what do I mean by favorite? Well, some of you know some of these crazy stories about how there are wild codes that exist in medical terminologies. And people will do things like, for example, write these stories about the 16 most absurd ICD-10 codes. And indeed, if you were to go read this article, you'd see things like they say, isn't it wild that there's a code called sucked into jet engine, subsequent encounter, or accidental striking against or bumped into by another person, sequela. And with these wild codes, there's lots of stories about how is it that we can have a standardized medical terminology and have such unique and special concepts that exist around medical terminologies. Well, of course, the Odyssey vocabulary isn't just ICD codes. We have lots of vocabularies from all around the world, which presents lots of opportunities for unique and special and fun concepts that you might not know actually exist in our vocabulary. So what we're going to do is a little bracketology Odyssey style. We are going to create as a group today a bracket, and then we were going to vote to select Odyssey community's favorite concept in the February 2024 release. To do this, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of ground rules. You can see this bracket. We're going to basically break up into teams, and we're going to select our favorite condition, our favorite drug, our favorite observation, and our favorite concept in any of the other domains. And we're going to go through a process of actually voting for our winner today. So how this is going to work, Craig is actually going to use the breakout feature, the breakout teams feature. So you're all going to be broken into 8 teams. Each of you as a team is going to be responsible for selecting 4 candidates that are going to go into our bracket. You're going to select one concept from the condition domain, one concept from the drug domain, one concept from the observation domain, and then one concept from any of the other domains that exist in our vocabulary. It could be measurement, procedure, location, whatever you want. We've got this, we've created a Teams form, which Craig will paste into the chat, and we'll also paste into your breakout room chat. But basically, you're just going to be filling in to say, hey, we're team number 1, and here's our 4 favorite concepts. You're just going to give us the concept ID and the concept name. Once we have those, we are going to be able to put that information, into our Odyssey bracket. And once we have all of our favorite concepts in our Odyssey bracket, just like March Madness happens, we will actually go through and determine who is the winner of each of these head-to-head matchups. And we'll be doing that by using poll everywhere, pollev.com/PatrickRyan800 to vote on the winners of our favorite concepts. And ultimately, at the end of this 33 minutes, we're going to declare the 2024 Odyssey Concept Champion. Is that clear? Right, at least Ada thinks this is going to be fun. So at least if I've humored her, then I feel good about it. All right. So with this, Craig is going to break you out into 8 groups. You're going to have a little bit of time, probably about 10 minutes or so. Your goal is introduce yourself and then start thinking about how to pick your favorite concepts. I will give just a couple more hints here. You can use Athena as a way to go look for things. So specifically, if you were to, for example, go to athena.odyssey.org, you could search for ideas that you might think are fun. For example, if I were to search for basketball, since that's what we're assigned, you might be surprised to learn that there are lots of concepts in our medical terminology about basketball in various domains, including things like activities involving basketball, injury while playing basketball, place of occurrence of accident is a basketball court, even down to specific observations like, are you able to hit the backboard with a basketball from a free throw line 13 feet away? Something that Ben Simmons cannot do. So in all of this, you will have the opportunity to search for whatever you want, find your concepts, submit them in the form, and then we're going to vote for the last 20 minutes or so to declare our champion. All clear? All right. With that, Craig's going to send you off into your breakout. Make sure that you pick your 4 candidates, and let's have some fun.
Okay, so you got about 10 minutes. I'm going to send you now, and I'll post the form in all the rooms. Good luck.
All right. So now we got our bracket. Now what we need to do is y'all need to join pollev.com/PatrickRyan800 because we're going to go rapid fire. And just like an NCAA basketball game, we're going to set the clock at 30 seconds. And we're going to make votes. Our first vote is going to be to decide the winner of the head-to-head matchup of exploding head syndrome versus snake bites. So the top one would be exploding head syndrome. The bottom one would be snake bites. So enter your votes now. Craig started the clock.
Yep.
pollev.com/PatrickRyan800 is your link.
Hold on, it's still coming.
Yeah, why don't I have this?
Wait, Patrick, wait, what's the top one?
It is exploding head syndrome versus snake bites.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done.
Wow, the 1 seed, a big commanding win. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to clear the responses. The classic 4-5 matchup, player in sports activity accident versus struck by turtle.
Can't win against a turtle.
Wow, we got
First round is where you have all the blowouts anyway.
And which is bottom? I guess the turtle was bottom.
turtle is bottom.
So if this was the hare, it would be both of these concepts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we can go to 20. Let's go to 20 seconds.
We'll go to 20 seconds now that everybody's set up. Okay, next round matchup. Bobblehead doll syndrome versus God only knows. Wow, the 3 seed making a strong run here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, God only knows, big winner. We're moving on to the last of our condition regional, love versus outer space sickness. Ooh, this is a close one.
Oh,
This one.
love beats out all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, love is the winner. Love in an upset of the 2 seed. All right, now we're moving down to the drug regional. We're going to do Dragon's Blood Extract versus Tropical 1022 Tropical Liquid. Seems like a strong 1 seed right out of the bat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, the 1 seed advances. Now we go on to Nature's Sunshine versus Bath Salts.
We all need sunshine now. It's March.
5,
So
4,
ready for it.
3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, Nature's Sunshine, the big winner. Now we move on to Kangaroo Pet Charging Cord versus the Blue Devil Hand Sanitizer.
Those are both good.
Watching Duke lose in the first round is fun.
I would vote for that one, yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, Kangaroo wins. And then, of course, the classic matchup of whiskey versus Gatorade.
Nice how that fell out.
That is perfect.
I know what
I was
Frank's voting
surprised
for.
whiskey got seeded a 7. I would have thought whiskey would have been a higher seed, but that's what happens with the bracket sometimes.
Yeah, but if you drink all that whiskey, you're gonna need the Gatorade.
Oh, that's true.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whiskey wins in an upset. All right, very good. We're gonna move to the observation regional, and we're gonna take on the 1/8 seed of cannot remember wedding anniversary versus comedian clown.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, cannot remember wedding anniversary and a big win. We're now going to go to current sunbathing habits versus 1433752, which is who's
Foreign. It's foreign object accidentally left in body during surgical and medical care.
foreign object accidentally left in body versus current sunbathing habits. Anyone could take that.
Ozza wants that sun.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, sunbathing habits takes it. So now we're moving on to collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft versus contact with sea lion. Alexander, Anna, Oleg, Christian, watching as we defile and deface the vocabulary with every one of these rounds. But just remember, these aren't OMOP vocabulary concepts. They've come from somebody else.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Collision with spacecrafts with other spacecraft wins. That leaves us to the 7-2 matchup, undifferentiated illness, God only knows, versus victim of space accident. Sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, space accident wins. And now we move on to the other regional, the potpourri, if you will. And we're going to see how creative you guys were with the matchup of tennis racket versus meteoroids as a device. Many people thought the tennis racket got an overly high seed, but tennis is involved in a bracketed sport as well, so I guess it makes sense.
2, 1, 0.
Meteoroids in a big upset. We now move on to unicorn CS cage versus leeching. Words I never would have thought I would have said out loud.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, the unicorn wins, as one would expect. And now we're moving on to golf ball versus bulldog clamp. feel like the birthday girl might have had a say in this one here.
No, mine was a unicorn. I do like the bulldog one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The bulldog clamp wins.
Yeah.
And then we move on to the last 7-2 matchup of the other regional with Glutafin gluten-free chocolate chip cookies versus Mars.
Five,
Mars a planet.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Mars wins. All right. So now we're moving into the Sweet 16.
Mm.
We're going to look at our matchup of Exploding Head Syndrome versus Struck by Turtle. Maybe 15 seconds, Craig, for the next round.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting close,
Ooh.
though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, and a nail biter. Exploding Head Syndrome wins. Now we move on to God Only Knows versus Love. Also words I never would have thought I would have said out loud. Another
5,
great matchup.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, God Only Knows is our condition winning that matchup. We're going to move into the drug regional where we've got Dragon's Blood Extract versus Nature's Sunshine.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1,
The
0.
1 seed dominates. Dragon's Blood Extract advances. Will they compete against Kangaroo Pet Charging Cord or Whiskey? Wow, Whiskey. Disappointing thus
5,
far.
4,
We got to make a comeback.
3,
A shot
2,
at the end, if
1.
you will.
0.
Oh, Kangaroo Pet Charging Cord advances. Someone's going to have to drink their sorrows later. Okay, so now we're advanced. We're going to the observation regional, where we've got Cannot Remember Wedding Anniversary versus Current Sunbathing Habits.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Cannot Remember Wedding Anniversary advances and probably is a gendered concept in our data set. We'd probably have to check that out. We're going to go to Collision of Spacecraft with Other Spacecraft versus Victim of Space Accident. The spacey concepts. Who's gonna advance there? Either way, it's a far out matchup.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Collision of Spacecraft with Other Spacecraft moves on. We're going to the other regional where we've got Meteoroids as a Device against Unicorn CS Cage. Wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow. Okay. So the Unicorn advances. Will they compete against Bulldog Clamp or Mars?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Mars it is. All right. We're going to the Elite Eight now. We're going to select our final winner from the condition regional. Is it Exploding Head Syndrome or God Only Knows?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that was a run. 5, 4,
Wow.
3,
Oh my gosh.
2,
Hit the
1,
buzzer.
0.
Wow. God Only Knows advances out of the condition bracket. Didn't see that coming. Now we got drug regional, dragon's blood extract versus kangaroo pet charging cord. The battle one everyone expected in March
5,
Madness.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, dragon's blood extract with a romp in the drug regional. That moves us over to the observation regional, where the classic matchup of cannot remember wedding anniversary versus collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft. Perhaps a valid excuse for forgetting our wedding anniversary, as you said, but honey, I was in a collision of
4,
spacecraft with another
3,
spacecraft.
2, 1, 0.
Wow, collision of spacecraft with another spacecraft advances. And that leaves us with our last Elite Eight matchup of Unicorn CS Cage versus Mars. A lot of love to the Unicorns. Maybe it's their jerseys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Unicorns. They're the Yukon of this year's bracket thus far, just dominating every round. We now have an illustrious Final Four. Let's just take the second to celebrate our Final Four matchup. God Only Knows against Dragon's Blood Extract and collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft versus Unicorn CS Cage. We'll start on the left-hand side here where we're going to see... Oops, did I restart it? I'm sorry. I'm going to restart it, everybody, because I don't remember if I did. Now, God Only Knows is the top one. Dragon's Blood Extract is the bottom. You have the full 50 or 20 seconds because I screwed that one up there, Craig. Make sure everybody gets a chance to vote. God Only Knows. Bringing in the conditions versus Dragon's Blood Extract, our
5,
favorite drug.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, God Only Knows advances to the final. And will they take on collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft or Unicorn CS Cage? I'm going to clear it and let you guys vote now. Top one, collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft. Bottom one, Unicorn CS Cage. The full 20 seconds decide this regional's Final Four matchup. Spacecraft versus other spacecraft.
5,
Unicorns
4,
versus
3,
the world.
2, 1, 0.
Wow, Unicorns in a stunning defeat. Spacecraft advances to the finals. And now we are left with the matchup that everyone expected when they joined this call at 11 a.m. Eastern time, which is the old everyone's question that they'd be naturally asking. What's your favorite clinical concept in the OHDSI vocabulary? Is it the top one being God Only Knows, or the bottom one being collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft? This is for the win.
Available.
Top one is God Only Knows. Sorry. Yeah, now it should be left one is God Only Knows. Right one is collision of spacecraft with other spacecraft. Wow.
Never bet against God in these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Congratulations, concept ID 3190776. If you ever find in your medical record the condition God Only Knows, then you know that you probably are not only in medical problems, but also you are now an OHDSI 2024 favorite, cutting the nets down.
Who was team 3? Who was on team 3?
Team 3. Oh, that's right. Where's team 3? Team 3. Who's team 3 on the call?
That was us.
Well done, team 3. You guys are true champions of searching the vocabulary for ridiculous things. All right. We're at the top of the hour. Thanks so much for humoring us. Hope you had a little bit of fun checking out the vocabulary. Be sure to download the February 2024 release. It actually has other medical concepts that might be more relevant also. And we'll see you all not next week, but in 2 weeks for our next OHDSI community call. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day. Yep. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Goodbye.